everyone, how's it going? It's attorney Tadisha Rowe with American Legal Immigration Center in the DMV of the United States. Welcome back to another episode of Immigration Dream University. As usual, you guys, if you are a returning subscriber, I'm so grateful to you. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. If you're returning to watch my video but you have not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please do subscribe. I would love to have you as a member of this community, especially to say, reflect back and say, you know what, these people have been supporting me from the very beginning. So when we reach 1,000, we'll have a lot to celebrate together. And if this is your first time tuning in, welcome to my channel. You're welcome to continue to watch, and I do hope that you will like my videos and subscribe as well. All right, guys, so today I'm just going to discuss requests for evidence, and the reason why I'm discussing this is it does seem to be a hot topic right now. A request for evidence is a request that you get from USCIS, essentially stating to you that either you did not submit something to them, or maybe you have submitted it to them, but whatever they have is not enough for them to make a final decision. So that request for evidence will lay out everything that it is that they're looking for, okay? It'll give you instructions as to where to send it. Pay close attention to that, because oftentimes you're not sending it to the same address that you initially submitted your application to. So on that last page of that request for evidence, it's going to tell you exactly where to send it, and it's also going to tell you the number of days that you have to submit it. Oftentimes it'll say that this day you've given the maximum amount of time allotted to provide the answers to whatever it is that they're requesting, and so if you miss that date, then they can make a decision without receiving or accepting any documents that you send after that time. Fortunately, well, this is, if we're going to call it fortunate, this is one of the benefits that came after the whole corona pandemic, is that you do have a 60-day extension as of right now for whatever date they include on that form. However, don't take that lightly. Make sure that if you can get the documents in by the deadline that they give, that you follow that, because although there's a 60-day extension on USCIS's website, it does specify certain forms, and it doesn't say, which forms they are. So it says for certain RFEs, and so you don't want yours to fall into a category where that 60-day extension doesn't apply and you think that it does, and you unfortunately miss the deadline. Okay, so try to make that deadline that they give you as much as you can. So some of the tips that I have for you in regards to responding to the RFE is, if USCIS outlines 10 things on there, make sure that you follow all 10 as closely as possible when you submit that evidence. And don't do it piecemeal, meaning don't do it, don't submit something here and then a week later submit something else. Submit everything that you have all at one time, because more than likely it's going to be an officer or representative reviewing that information, and they need to see that you have everything. If one person reviews it and then if you send another package, somebody else receives it, the first person that reviewed it doesn't know that something else is coming to complete that packet, and so they may end up denying everything before they even get that second mailing that you send in. So send everything in all at one time. Also, something else that I find to be very helpful is to include a cover letter. And that cover letter is going to basically say, this is in response to the RFE from whatever date they have on the RFE notice. So this letter is in response to the RFE. And in response to that, this is what I'm including in this packet. So that way, if anything is misplaced, they're able to see it. Something else that is very helpful is if you've been issued an alien number or even a receipt number, have that on the documents themselves so that if anything is misplaced, they'll know which file it belongs to. Another thing that is really helpful is to make sure that you track it when you submit it to USCIS. Use either USPS, that's one option. You can also use FedEx, that's another option for courier. You can also use, there are plenty of them out there, so just make sure that you follow their instructions on, if you do use a certain carrier, USCIS will tell you where you should send that packet. I find that to be very helpful, and oftentimes if something is misplaced, you can always go back with that receipt from the carrier and say, I sent it on this date, and I can show the tracking that it was received on X date. Okay, so try to think if there's anything else that I want you guys to know. Just keep in mind, guys, I had somebody call me recently. They have another lawyer, but they've been issued an RFE notice. I think they got it, they checked their file online, they saw that an RFE had been issued, and the person said, let's say August 1st, he said, you know, I got an RFE notice on August 1st, and I've been trying to reach my lawyer for the last hour and a half, and he's not answering, and I'm panicking, and I don't know what to do, and I wish that I'd never hired this lawyer. And I mean, he was just going on and on in a panic. And you know, I looked down in my computer screen, and I could see that the date on my computer at least was August 1st, which means that he just got the notification that day, and USCIS was in the process of mailing it out to him and his attorney on that same day. So it does take a while sometimes. Even if you get that notification, it'll take a few days before you get the actual request for evidence. And there's no way to know what USCIS is asking for until you actually have the document, okay? So just keep that in mind. And I don't mean to take this lightly, I certainly don't. Just know that it's going to take a few days for you to be able to get the document, to review it, to see what's actually in it. And you know, we do a lot of things, a lot of administrative stuff in the office, but we also do a lot of things outside of the office, such as going to these interviews, going to court, plenty of things. And so there are many reasons why your lawyer may not contact you within an hour and a half, but you know, give them a good 24, 48 hours or so, and of course, you know, you should expect the answer back by that time. All right, guys, so I hope that this video was helpful to you. As usual, please do like, which is hitting the thumbs up, subscribe, and comment below. Let me know if you have an issue that you would like me to address at some point, and I will consider making a video out of it. As usual, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever it is, wherever you are, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.